Zoe. Zoe.
Good morning, Eleanor. What is it? It's early in the morning.
Can you come over to my house now?
What? Now?
Yes, right now.
I'm sorry, I have work.
Which is more important, me or work?
That depends on the reason.
You should have answered, yes, you. You should have been more thoughtful. Anyway, come here right now.
It's too sudden. If it's not urgent, I can come by after work.
Huh? I told you to come right now.
I wish it was tomorrow. I have my monthly planning meeting today, so I can't take a day off.
Oh. That means your work is more important than me.
No, it's not like that. By the way, why do you want me to come?
Never mind. You're not coming anyway, right? Then it's useless to tell you.
Oh,
Every second you say work, work, work. How important is work to you? Are you fulfilling your duty as a housewife?
I don't do anything special, but I do the usual household chores like cooking, laundry, and cleaning. It's not like I'm always busy, so
And? What's for dinner today?
my husband doesn't need dinner today, so I haven't really thought about it yet. Since it's just me, I thought I'd have leftovers from the fridge.
You don't cook much, even if my son was there, huh? You always make excuses.
That's not true.
If you can't handle the housework, quit your job. You married my son. You should put him first. Even me, after our son was born, I've lived my whole life devoting myself to him and my husband.
Yes, I respect you, Eleanor, but my situation is different from yours.
What's the difference? If I can do it, why can't you? You always make excuses like that.
I'm sorry.
If there's a reason you can't do it, it's because of your job. Why don't you just quit?
For now, it doesn't interfere with my work as a housewife, so I'll think about it when it becomes too much for me.
Damn, you don't listen to my advice at all. You think I'm stupid?
That's not true. I told you I respect you.
Enough. I'm going to be even more irritable when I see you, so you don't have to come here today. Work as you want.
Eleanor, you don't have to say it like that.
Zoe.
Good morning, Eleanor.
Hey, you have to come to our house today.
Okay, I'll come over after work.
What are you talking about? Come over right now.
I'm sorry, but I have to go to work.
Work again? You always say work, work, work. Why can't you listen to your mother-in-law?
I'm not saying I won't go. I'll be there after work.
I am telling you to come now. You don't have a meeting today, do you?
No, but
The light bulb in the kitchen is out, and I need you to replace it.
oh, is that it?
What do you mean? You want me to cook in the dark?
No, that's not what
Then what? You want me to replace it by myself? What are you going to do if I get injured by making an old person do that kind of work? My health is more important than your work.
Well, I agree.
After work is too late. It'll get dark. You have to come now.
Fine. I'll take a half day off and visit you.
Come right away. Oh, and before you come, get the light bulb.
You don't have light bulbs?
No, we don't.
The stores aren't open at this hour.
It's your duty as a wife to find and buy it. Your mother-in-law is in trouble, so do something about it. Can't you even understand that? I'm so sick of you.
Fine.
Anyway, please come here as soon as possible.
Good evening, Eleanor. Are you busy now?
What? I don't have time for you.
Just a little. Did you come to my house today?
Yes, I did. What's with that empty fridge? That will affect my son's health. So I restocked it with some food.
Thank you. I was so surprised to see the food. It seems like you folded the laundry too. Thank you.
If you leave them without folding, the clothes will get wrinkled, right? I want my son to wear clothes nicely. I mean, Zoe.
Yes?
You only washed your own clothes and never my son's. Don't tell me you treat them like dirt and wash them separately. If you did, I'll make you break up with him immediately.
I won't do that. My husband was out of town, so there was nothing to wash. I wouldn't do something so mean.
Well, good then. He's a hard-working boy. He was probably on a business trip or something. Poor thing, working hard every day.
No, it's not that.
More importantly, Zoe,
Yes?
I got a call from my son.
What?
He said you didn't give him any allowance.
Huh? That's not true. Rather, I gave him more allowance than the average worker.
Then why is he asking me for money?
He called you?
Yes. He said his wife didn't give him a penny, so he can't go for a drink with his business partners.
No.
My son, who works as a salesman, doesn't have a penny. You're not ashamed to be his wife?
That can't be true. He doesn't have any money?
Why are you working, Zoe?
It's so that we can be financially comfortable.
Right? Then give my son what he needs. This time, I transferred the money to his account.
You did that?
Of course. His wife doesn't even give him allowance, and I don't know if she cooks him dinner. She separates the clothes. How can I not feel sorry for a son like that? If he's in trouble, I'd want to help him.
Eleanor, what makes you say that? I have no idea of any of this.
You're a terrible liar. Why do you think I went to your house today? I know what's going on when I see your house. You're such a bad wife. I shouldn't have let you marry him.
Eleanor, next time you come to my house, will you please call me before you come? I don't like it when you come in without permission and say whatever you want.
How insane. I am his mother. What's wrong with me going to my son's house? Besides, you gave me the key.
I gave you the key to keep in case of emergency. I didn't give it to you to spy on us.
Spy on you? How dare you be so rude to your mother-in-law? You're really insane. Just don't make my son unhappy. okay? Hey, Zoe. Reply to me right away.
Yes, Eleanor?
My son called me again and said you haven't given him allowance again. What's going on?
I mean,
I told you. My son is a salesman, so you need to let him have some money.
I've never received any allowance from him since we got married. Only the rent is deducted from his account.
What do you mean?
I've asked him many times, but he says he wants to use the money he earns by himself. So all other bills and living expenses are paid from my income. That's why I can't quit my job even if I want to.
That's natural.
What?
It's natural to spend the money you earn for yourself.
Huh? When you get married, aren't you supposed to cooperate with each other financially?
What are you talking about? It is the wife's role to give money to her husband when he needs it. Isn't that why you keep working?
I don't understand what you are saying. You told me to quit my job.
That's because I didn't think you were capable of managing the housework.
If I did that, we wouldn't be able to save any money. I want to have children. I want to build my own house. I want to travel. That's why I've been patient all these years.
No choice. If you're going to say that, why don't you work more?
Huh? You tell me to quit my job. Now you tell me to work harder. What's up with you?
Hey, why are you talking so cheekily to your mother-in-law? Are you against me?
Because what you are saying is so unreasonable. What did I get married for? I feel like a slave.
Slave? You... Fine. If you insist that much, I don't want a wife like you. I want you to divorce my son right now.
What? Are you sure?
Huh?
I would love to. I've been waiting for your permission.
Huh?
Actually, my husband hasn't been home for over a month.
He hasn't been home?
That's why I didn't have to make meals for him, and there was no laundry from him.
What do you mean?
My husband suddenly stopped coming home, and I couldn't get in touch with him. I didn't know what to do, so I had a detective agency look into him. Then, I found out that he was having an affair.
What? Affair?
Yes, I have the photos as proof, so I'll send them to you.
This is...
It's your son, talking happily and walking arm in arm with an unknown woman. And you can see them going into a hotel.
Maybe it's because you're not attractive enough.
Perhaps. That's why I'm willing to divorce him. He never paid any expenses, and I have no intention of living any longer with a man who is cheating on me.
Wait a minute. But he doesn't know anything about this, right? I think we should have a talk. Wouldn't that be better?
No, it's enough that you gave me the permission. Besides, I've already finished talking to the lawyer.
Huh?
I couldn't reach my husband, so I sent the proof of the affair and the divorce documents to his company. Then, I got a message saying that the paperwork is done. I haven't heard from him since then.
You did that without asking me? What do you think you're doing?
But you wanted us to get divorced, right?
That's...
Then you got what you want. That's good for you, isn't it? I also got what I wanted, so it's good for me too.
I guess...
See? I'm so relieved that you gave me permission. I'm leaving this house tomorrow. Thank you for everything.
Zoe? It's me. Do you recognize me?
Oh, ex-mother-in-law? It's been a while. How can I help you?
Well, I have a favor.
What? A favor? I'm a stranger now, so I don't think there's anything you need from me.
Actually, I need to borrow some money.
Huh? Why should I lend money to an ex-mother-in-law?
You know, there is no one else I can ask.
If you want to borrow money, please use a financial institution. I have no obligation to lend you money, so...
I can't use financial institutions anymore.
Why is that?
Actually, I'm already borrowing money from them to pay off my son's debt.
What? Why?
Well, back then, he was having an affair with a girl from a strip club.
Oh, that's right.
You knew?
Yes, because I had a detective check it out.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because you didn't ask, and I thought you might have guessed, seeing as how fancy she dressed.
If you had told me, none of this would have happened.
Don't blame me. I don't care who your son goes out with. It's none of my business.
Every day, he went to the strip club and paid for brand name goods for girls. And if he didn't have enough money, he'd beg me for it.
Wouldn't it have been better if you hadn't given him the money?
Because I felt sorry for him. He always had a desperate face.
Oh.
And then I realized that our savings had run out. So I had to borrow money from financial institutions and give it to my son. But I've hit my limit with repayments and I couldn't keep up.
I'm sure that would happen.
So please, Zoe, please lend me money. I don't mean the whole amount, just a little, please.
I am afraid I have to decline. I do not have any money to lend you.
Why not? You and I were a family before. You could at least help me.
That was 5 years ago. I have no reason to help you. I'm sorry, but you'll have to find someone else.
No. You're terrible, Zoe.
Excuse me? Why am I terrible? It's your son who's terrible. He didn't even give his ex-wife living expenses. And after all that, he didn't go home at all. He had an affair and divorced me. He is a scumbag.
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry.
If you feel sorry, please don't get me involved anymore.
But that's not what this is about. I'm in trouble now.
Then why don't you talk to your son who caused the problem? That's the way it has to be, isn't it? Asking me for help is not right.
My son went away with a girl. I can't reach him.
What? What a piece of trash.
So please, Zoe, Help me.
I don't want to.
If you want, you can marry him again. Then you can be his wife, right? Let's work together and pay the debts.
Are you serious? This is beyond insane. The reason this happened in the first place is because you spoiled your son. You just followed him and gave money, even though you had to put yourself in debt. This is because you let him live his life as he wanted. Do something about it yourself. Don't involve me in this.
No. You won't help me?
No. I've already remarried and have children.
What?
Because it's already been 5 years since we got divorced. Why should it be a surprise?
Why did you remarry?
Because I have the right to be happy. I was heartbroken after my divorce, but this man encouraged me and made me look forward to the future. He's my current husband. I was so traumatized by the marriage to your son, and I was hesitant to remarry. But my husband waited for a long time until I changed my mind. So please, don't get involved with me again.
Wait a minute. Why would you remarry without permission? Why don't you just divorce that person and come back again?
Huh? How selfish can you be? I have children.
You see? Why don't you have your husband take them?
What are you saying? A child is not a thing. No matter what happens, my husband and I will raise them together.
Then you won't help me?
Of course not.
Oh no. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to pay off my debt?
I don't know. Sell your house or go bankrupt, or find your son and make him pay. There are so many ways.
I'm asking you because I can't.
That's enough. I don't have time for crazy people like you. Don't ever get involved with me again.
Don't say that and help me, please.
I can't. If you get involved with me anymore, I'll call the police.
Please help me.
You're persistent. I will block all of your texts and phone calls. Well then, please struggle for your beloved son.
Oh, Zoe, wait.
After that, it seems like Eleanor sold the house. She is now all alone and not having a place to live. She rented a small, old apartment and lives a lonely life. A crazy son and a crazy mother. Maybe it was only natural. The other day, I was shopping at a supermarket near my office on my way back home, and I happened to see her. She has changed a lot. She was working at a supermarket. Her face was thinner, her body had become smaller, and her hair had turned completely white. I could tell how hard she had worked after that. I didn't speak to her though. Seeing her like that, I realized that I had to raise my own children well. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to her for reminding me of the importance of raising a child.